All right. We report the safety and efficacy of lifileucel, a one-time cellular therapy, in patients with advanced melanoma who have progressed on checkpoints and BRAF, if they were BRAF positive. Trial was conducted with the Declaration of Helsinki. Doesn't that sound auspicious? The Declaration of Helsinki. And the GCP, where is Helsinki again? Finland, right? And the GCP guidelines of the ICH. That's another, haughty idea, the International Conference on Harmonization. The ICH was the idea that they would harmonize all of the rules to make one set of rules. There's probably some Swiss guy with a long beard deciding this. All patients were provided written informed consent. That is part of the Declaration of Helsinki, I think. And the trial was designed and sponsored by Iovance Biotherapeutics, Inc., which is IOVA on NASDAQ, and that's what we're studying. And yes, we're just trying to make a quick buck here. But there are brave people who work at this company, built this company, and investors as well that stake their money on this company, and they build something amazing. How amazing, and do we want to buy the stock or not, is another question. But it is something to keep in mind, that these are real people. It's not just four letters on NASDAQ. It's a bunch of people that decided, I want to start this company. I want to make this company, and we're going to see it through. Okay, all authors discussed, analyzed, interpreted the results, and vouched for the accuracy and completeness of the data analysis and adherence to the protocol. You can actually get the study protocol, which is really cool. Maybe we'll look that up in a minute. All authors contributed to the study. Professional medical writing was paid for by the sponsor. Okay, so this is the NCT entry, and this is very important. NCT 02360579. Why? What is this? Well, you can go to ClinicalTrials.gov, and it'll actually, I hope this doesn't take me somewhere else. Good. It'll show you the clinical trial entry. So this is an entry that the public can see, and they'll look at it and say, maybe I want to be in this trial. And you can see when the study started, which is very interesting. That was a long time ago. Study start 9/2015. Now, whether the first patient got dosed then or not is another question, but it's something interesting. And it also said that they treated 178 people. And you can see I had this 66, then I had 111 up here, and 178 up here. So it sounds like they kept going. And they called it a phase 2. I called it a phase 1/2, but you know what? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and call it a phase 2. It doesn't really matter what you call it. And so they had 57 study locations. And what's a secret about these open label studies, and I'll tell you guys a little bit of Wall Street secret that may be obvious to you, maybe you already knew it, or maybe it's brand new to you. If you know where these studies are, like for example, the Sarah Cannon Research Institute in London, and you ask the doctors who work there, maybe you're friends with somebody who worked there, or you went to high school with the doctor there or something like that, and you say, Dr. Smith, are you in the Iovance trial? Yes, I am. How many patients have you dosed? Well, I dosed 5 of them. How are they doing? Well, 4 of them got cured. You may want to go buy the stock. You may not want to go buy the stock, depending on what your lawyer tells you. I don't suggest it either way, but it is something that could be due diligence on one hand, but some people may call that insider trading as well. Got to be a little bit careful. It's complicated. What if one of the patients posts on social media? There's a lot of ways to look at it and think about it. Now, if somebody tells you the entire study results of the whole study, I'd say that's insider trading. But if just one doctor says the patients are doing well or something like that, well, it's only 5 patients. There's going to be 100 patients in the trial. Does that really mean anything? Could be nothing. So in any event, something to think about, that maybe certain Wall Street players do that. I would never, ever encourage that. But, they have the list of doctors right here. I mean, it's right there. You tell me this guy in Hungary isn't going to tell you what happened? So in any event, all the details are here. What's interesting is you can see that they actually changed from one manufacturing process to another. And they call that Gen 1 for Gen 2. And then they had this, where maybe they were going to retreat. So they had 4 cohorts. Gen 1, Gen 2, retreatment, and I'm not even sure what cohort 4 is. It's still open, maybe? Shouldn't still be open. Okay. So we have the official NCT number. This is the paper we're reading, Sarnak et al., that describes the results. So we have everything we kind of need to really understand this medicine. This is the cohort 2 data, I guess. And it says here the patients were enrolled from April 2017 to January 19. That doesn't really connect with the clinical trials thing, but maybe it's the cohort 2 at 26 sites. Okay, so they had stage 3C or 4 metastatic melanoma with radiologic progression. They must have progressed on the drugs we've talked about many times. Basically everyone was eligible to get the drug. One lesion measuring 1.5 centimeters in diameter had to be resected. So what's 1.5 centimeters? I don't know. Maybe the size of one knuckle of your pointer finger. It's about 1.5 centimeters, maybe half of one knuckle, depending on how big your finger is. Half of a knuckle to one knuckle. So about a, I don't know, a little nugget. Maybe not quite a grape-sized resection, but around a grape. But that's the minimum, so maybe a grape. Think of the size of a grape. So they have to take that out of you. And they shipped that away and processed it. 22-day process that results in a cryopreserved product or a frozen product. Shipped back to the patient. Now, it's not giving us a lot of details about how it works or why it works or how it's made, but this is a clinical journal. So they really just talk about clinical trial results. Patients received a non-myeloablative lymphodepleting regimen. Aha! So it's actually not IL-2. They got something different. They got cyclophosphamide, which is a serious chemo.